Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover from the conversation surrounding Eminem's Grammy nominations for Houdini and the death of Slim Shady that's got some fans in shock. And today we also have what looks to be Lil Pump moving up the ladder after slamming Eminem and Taylor Swift as he set his sights on Obama a few hours ago. Today we also have hip-hop media personalities sharing their thoughts on Kamala Harris's loss. And to be fair, in hindsight, everyone now seems to know why Kamala Harris lost the election, and Joe Budden and Charlamagne share their thoughts, and unlike Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert, Bill Maher, not to be confused with Boomer, is out here cooking the Democrats and Kamala's campaign for some of the mistakes they made that led to her loss. More on this later. And today we also have more from Logic, who spoke about his future plans in rap/hip-hop music, and he even joked about how he's about to transition to vibe raps to make something like Playboi Carti to pay the bills moving forward. And before we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, don't switch up on us like Logic plans to do. Hit the like button and subscribe for more. And today we'll start with Logic speaking about his future that sparked some interesting reactions. Check out a snippet from TMZ.
Yeah, Ultra 85, I put it out and it was fun and fans have been waiting for it for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I put my heart and soul into it.
Years.
Yeah, really long time. But what I've noticed is like, I've been on a run of doing like super hip hop music.
Yeah.
And that shit doesn't pay the bills at all.
Really?
Fuck no. But it's because I made all my money before doing pop and turn up shit.
Right.
And then I've been blessed enough to be in a position to be able to make music from my heart. But next year I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm about to drop all this like Playboi Carti trap turn up shit. Get a bag and have fun.
Now while we wait for Joe Budden to burst a blood vessel over Logic's comments, users on the web have been going off in response to this interview, as many users don't get that he's joking. My music isn't working, so I'm going to entirely copy this other grown man. How pathetic. Perhaps they know it's a joke, but would rather use this opportunity to dunk on Logic, since clowning Logic is low-hanging fruit for hip-hop fans on social media. And boy, to be honest, he's been getting cooked on social media. We got hundreds of posts like these. When will this man stop threatening us with dropping music, loudly crying emoji?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
And moving on to the next point, following Kamala Harris's loss, everyone seems to know why she lost after the fact as usual. And apparently this is not just the case of hindsight being 2020, but that some of these hip-hop heads were, quote, scared of saying anything negative before the election. And starting with Charlamagne, he's pretty much getting cooked by his co-host Andrew Schultz on the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Check out a snippet.
I supported Kamala Harris, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because the president of the United States of America, the 47th president, is Donald J. Trump. And I said this on Breakfast Club this morning, like, you gotta accept it. Are you an American?
Damn right I'm an American.
Why would I wish for America to fail? Why would I want America to fail? I'm just asking a simple question.
Thank you.
I'm just asking a simple question. Like, I don't want America to fail. I have a life here. I have businesses here. I have a family here. Why would I want America to fail?
That's why we were wondering why you were supporting Kamala.
No.
That's why we didn't understand it. We're like, why is this guy throwing so much support her way?
Listen.
When I know that he's a patriot, when I know he's a great man, I know that he wants America to win.
Listen, everybody votes for their interests. I have interest in Kamala, but I'm not going to root against. Why would I root against the president?
That's what I'm talking. Thank you.
I hope Trump doesn't do anything he said he's going to do.
Whoa.
I hope there's only 3 things I hope Trump does.
Talk to me.
Why do you keep bumping me?
Because it sounds like you.
No.
It sounds like your squad.
He says he wants to.
my glasses.
He says he wants to lower taxes. Do your thing, bruh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right? MAGA.
He said he wants to fix the economy. Even though inflation is already down.
Yes, right.
Hey, do your thing.
MAGA.
Okay? If he wants to make things more secure, build the wall, border security,
border it
do
up.
your thing.
Do your thing, Wody.
But you're going to need the Democrats to help you do that, though.
Of course
it's going to take bipartisan legislation.
It's going to take bipartisan legislation. Oh, they got the Senate and the House, so.
Well, they don't have the House yet, but it's looking like
It's looking like they're going to have it. So they really don't need the Democrats to do shit.
Hey, man.
So they about to fix America and the Dems about to get no credit for it.
And some users came for him in reaction to the snippet. Last week, he was saying democracy, as we know it, would end if Trump won. Call him out now. And more, he just exposed how much of a fraud bomb clown he really is. And some believe he was just playing a role assigned to him before the election. Charlamagne is a gatekeeper to the black community, and his interest were the persuasion of the black mind for the government party. However, calling Charlamagne a gatekeeper got some users firing back with, he's not a gatekeeper of any community, nor does he have any influence, which is why Kamala lost. Stop mentioning the black community. But the fact that Kamala's campaign decided to do some interviews with him rather than the likes of Joe Rogan means that they saw him as someone influential, perhaps a mistake on their part, hence why they lost. I don't know. And we got to hear from Joe Budden, who went with the narrative that inviting the likes of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion to rallies was a big mistake, and more. Check out a snippet from the Joe Budden podcast.
Part of why this clean sweep has gone this way. You being desensitized to your base. Yo, I can say it now. On election night, I sat back and thought about her campaign and was offended as a black man because now is not the time for Cardi B. That's why. Now is not the time for Meg Thee Stallion.
Is the time for Trick or Amber Rose?
Yes.
When you're Donald Trump, yes.
What I'm saying is
that Amber Rose move.
No, the Trick move is better than the Amber Rose move.
All of them, because he didn't skip a beat.
Let me tell you
But they're doing the same strategy. You just like it from one and not from the other.
Yes, because guess what? Donald Trump going to get Trick. As a white man, Trick is damn near the emperor of Detroit. It speaks to me trying to reach the black male urban vote.
Being in tune.
I'm in tune where my weaknesses are. So let me try to go attack some of these weaknesses in a major Michigan state. I'm going to the biggest city or the most important city in Michigan, which is Detroit. And guess what I need? I need that black vote because Obama and them won Michigan, pardon me.
Right.
So let me go over here to the nigga that is the fucking mouthpiece of the city and get him to endorse me.
There's a big difference between Trick and Beyonce. Beyonce is a billionaire.
Trick representing Donald Trump is not the same thing as Beyonce representing Kamala Harris.
I'm talking about, but why are you insulted by one and not the other? That's the thing I'm talking about. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm insulted because the black lady that was running didn't find a way to speak to me. That's why I'm insulted.
She literally created like a whole plan specifically.
That did not resonate with no black men.
And I think she spent too much time on policies that honestly the consensus didn't overall rock with. Like, okay, the abortion issue is big.
It's huge.
That's big. I don't think enough people out there gave a fuck about it.
And of course, the debate continued on X, as some brought up the same Donald Trump that had Amber Rose, Hulk Hogan, and Kid Rock at his events, to which a user fired back with, many people, especially men, view Megan as a liar and Cardi as an illiterate man-drugging thief.
Come on, man.
This wasn't helpful in attracting the vote of those who were on the fence, just looked unserious and out of touch. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts. Was it a mistake to have celebrities on like Cardi B and Megan? And Joe Budden wasn't done. He went off on how Trump also won because he connected with the streets and average person more by engaging with them more than Kamala. Check out a snippet.
The numbers dictate otherwise. The amount of people that came out to vote for Kamala is the same amount of people that came out for the last few Democratic nominees outside of Biden, who they claiming to have did something to his numbers.
Yeah, that had 20,
her number
20 million numbers magically out of nowhere.
Right,
he was in the 80s. She was in the 60s along with everybody else that ran. I think some people on the Kamala side are lacking accountability. I'm comfortable having this conversation in hindsight. I didn't really feel great about lending my voice to some of this stuff because this is a really powerful platform.
True.
And podcasters clearly have helped to decide things in one way or another.
For sure.
Dana White is up there thanking the Nelk Boys and Aiden Ross and whoever. But long before that, probably one of the best things to happen to Trump was him losing the last one. It wasn't just the Chef G's and the Tricks he had his bases covered in terms of I'm hitting the potters, I'm hitting the black entertainers, I'm hitting the white potters, and I'm hitting the streets. He hit the streets.
He did.
And all he had to do was say, hey, yo, shit is fucked up. Nothing else mattered.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah. Nothing else mattered.
And we even got Van Jones from CNN explain why more black men decided to vote for Trump this time around. And it is quite similar to Joe Budden's argument. Check out a snippet.
The Kamala Harris campaign wound up spending a bunch of money on TV ads. And the TV ads sucked. They did not appeal to anyone. But it was dial tested, and it was all supposed to be. The data dummies were up there telling us these are great ads, but nobody liked the ads. So people are now saying America is this racist, sexist, fascistic country because of this outcome. Listen, we've always had some racist, sexist, fascist people in the country. That's not what happened. What happened is you had some key parts of this coalition, especially black men, who were not handled properly. I can tell you right now, what was the agenda for immigrants? Comprehensive immigration reform. What's the agenda for women? Abortion. What's the agenda for transgender people? Dignity and respect. What was the agenda for black men? You still can't tell me. And that was a problem on our side. And when somebody walks away from you can blame them, you can blame yourself. The Democratic Party now needs to start listening. Black men have good ideas. Black men have given the majority of our vote to this party, but we deserve more respect than we got. And when you don't give people respect, they don't stick around.
To which some users agree. The ads were terrible because Kamala's team is a bunch of single 22-year-old kids who don't know jack about life, the real world of being an adult. They can't even rent a damn car. And more, even CNN can't spin this loss. Turns out calling voters racist while offering zero solutions is a failing strategy. America chose results over rhetoric, and Van Jones just admitted what we've known all along. The Dems playbook expired in real time. And to be honest, unlike Jimmy Kimmel, Bill Maher is pretty much saying something similar right now, as this snippet blew up on X a few hours ago from Real Time with Bill Maher.
I saw Kamala was on Saturday Night Live, as the losing candidate often is. It worked so well for Hillary. Let's run that back. And it just made me think, I'm sure every single member of the Saturday Night Live cast was a Harris supporter. But what if one of them wasn't? What if one of those cast members was for Trump? Would they have felt comfortable saying so? I really don't think so. They would have had to keep it to themselves. That's not a good place for us to be. I remember when, and that happens even more on the left. And I remember when Elon Musk hosted, and this is well before he was a Trumper. This is 3 or 4 years. He was just the richest man in the world. And a number of the cast members on Saturday Night Live, they didn't want to deal with him. They didn't exactly boycott, but they made it plain. And I was thinking, really? You have Elon Musk on your show for a week. You could talk to one of the most interesting, brilliant people the world has ever produced, even about this issue that bothers you so much, that he's so rich and lots of people aren't. But no, you don't want to even deal with him. That's what I hate about the left. You're brats. You're brats and you're snobs, and people don't like that.
And he had more for Kamala voters.
Both tonight on the panel and throughout the whole show, the winners, the losers. My message to the losers, look in the mirror. No? Well, maybe you should. Sorry. Well, that's my feeling. Losers look in the mirror, okay? You know, I mean, for months, Democrats have been saying, how is this even close? And they're right, it wasn't.
However, some believe that this is all said in hindsight, when it is now convenient. Check this out. A few weeks ago, on his show, he said something like, Kamala will win without a doubt. You can just feel it. Now, of course, he pontificates, lectures, pretends he knew all along, grifter till the end. Well, it is easy to know it all after the fact, just like Charlamagne, Joe Budden, and now Bill Maher. But what are your thoughts? Do you agree with the reasons they highlighted about why Kamala lost? And we got Lil Pump out here moving up from Taylor Swift and Eminem, as a few hours ago he posted this, slamming Obama.
What the fuck does this book have? It has 700 pages of nothing. The fuck? Fuck this guy.
And some have fired back with, wait till his family gets deported. Although some do agree with him, F Obama. he ain't like us. And moving on, the fact that Eminem nabbed multiple Grammy nominations has raised eyebrows and sparked some interesting conversations, even from fans, as some are asking, didn't M stop sending his albums for Grammys and more? But why the change of heart? He said never again in the Sway interview after Revival. I know you don't have the answer, I'm just expressing my surprise. Well, perhaps that's why they didn't nominate him for Album of the Year, Song of the Year, or Record of the Year. Perhaps moving forward, they wouldn't nominate him for categories where he doesn't stand a chance. No one knows for sure why he decided to submit his music this time around. And on a side note, some fans have expanded the way critics hate everything Eminem has ever made, and it means literally nothing. Laughing my bum off. Let's go. Your Grammy-nominated, Billboard #1, VMA award-winning, Metacritic score of 46 album, You the Death of Slim Shady. And this is true. The Death of Slim Shady got nominated, all while critics believe that it is the worst hip-hop album this year. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.